Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Sydney from PhoneDog.com and it's time for an unboxing. I have the Motorola Titanium. I just got it from Sprint. Thanks guys for sending it to us. And we're going to do an unboxing. Now this is an iDEN phone, so Nextel, Direct Connect, all those features you get with an Android smartphone. It also has a physical keyboard, as you can see. And so we're going to do an unboxing, kind of get some first impressions, check out the keyboard. It ships with Android 2.1, so kind of outdated, but still a solid mid-range device, or at least that's what we're hoping for. So an unboxing is coming right up, and then I'll have my first impressions article along with a review after I've tested out the phone. Before we get on to the unboxing, I have to say special thanks to our friends at Best Buy Mobile. We thank them all the time because they send us free phones that we can add to our One Paw Bandit game, which is the game where you guys can win free phones. One of the great things about Best Buy Mobile is that when you buy a phone from them, you don't have to worry about rebates. You don't have to worry about mailing the rebate in and waiting 6 to 8 weeks. The price on the tag is the price you pay with no rebates. So thank you Best Buy Mobile for being so awesome. Thank you guys for watching this video. It's an unboxing of the Motorola Titanium from Sprint. I'm Sydney from PhoneDog.com. Let's go check it out. Okay, so we'll get started with the Motorola Titanium from Sprint. Like I said, it's an iDEN device, so Nextel, Direct Connect, those kind of features come with this phone. It's not a high-end phone by any means, actually more of a low-end Android device. But if you need the Direct Connect features, but you also need an Android smartphone and a physical keyboard, then hopefully it'll be a good option. That's what we're going to find out in the review. We'll take a look, see what's inside the box, even though we probably already know. USB data cable, standard USB to micro USB, modular charger, and then you can plug that in and it'll act as a charger. Getting started guides and warranty info. Comes with a card because it is an iDEN device, like I said. It also comes with some earbuds, which is nice. They don't look like nice earbuds, it's just the basic foam style, but they look alright. At least it comes with a foam. I hate it when it's just the cheap earbuds with no foam and it's just plastic in your ear. It just hurts. And then you have the buttons here to make calls. So that's nice. And then of course, it does come with an SD card, a micro SD card. It's a 2 GB card, and then the phone supports up to 32 gigs of additional memory. And it's also nice that it comes with a micro SD adapter. I think that's nice whenever manufacturers do that. It's not a requirement, obviously, but it's just a handy thing to have. A lot of people find it useful, so it's nice that it comes with that. We'll put all of this back in the box and take a look at the phone. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so here's the phone. And it ships with Android 2.1, which is disappointing. Obviously, I mean, I don't understand why they didn't decide to ship it with 2.2. Hopefully it'll get an update, but as of the filming of this unboxing, I don't have any official word on that. So it's 2.1 for the moment, and I believe it also uses Motorola's UI. Now, if this is Blur, as in the original Blur, or if it's the modified version of Blur, or if it's the updated UI that they're not even calling Blur, I'm not sure. I doubt it's the updated version since it ships with 2.1. This probably comes with the original version of Blur, but we'll find out if it ever powers on. But you can see you have a physical keyboard. The keys are actually very similar to BlackBerry style keys because you can see they're kind of slanted. Each one, they slant out to the right or to the left depending on which side of the keyboard that they're on. Then you have the menu, home, back, and then call and end. That's nice. A lot of Android phones don't have that, so it's nice when it does, when one ships with those phones, with those buttons, I mean. Okay, so change language. I'm pretty sure English is good. I'll set up Wi-Fi later. I'll set up a Google account later, an email account, import SIMs. And I think I know how to use a keyboard, but thank you for offering. Done. This is a 3.1-inch display. It has a resolution of 320 by 480, so kind of that standard low-end resolution. And it looks like this is the possibly not the original version of Blur that everybody hated, but definitely not the newest version. So kind of like that in-between version when they had just upgraded it a couple of times. So you have at the bottom phone, app drawer, then to go to your contacts. Let's see, out of the box we have, wow, I don't see a whole lot of, okay, so Sprint NASCAR, of course, Opera Mini, Personal Hotspot, interesting, Quick Office, Setup, Sound Recorder, Sprint Football, and Sprint Zone, of course, all those, and Twitter. Telenav, you probably won't use that because you have Google, obviously, it's an Android phone, and take a look. So it's that, you know, Motorola UI, but kind of the toned down version, so that's nice. You know, if you don't like custom UIs or you don't like heavy custom UIs, at least this isn't the original version of Blur, which is what I was afraid of since it's such a low-end Android phone, ships with 2.1. I was afraid they would kind of just slap on that old version of Blur, but it's nice they didn't do that. On the back you can see a 5-megapixel camera. It does have an autofocus and an LED flash, as you can see. It captures video, but the resolution is really low. But that 5-megapixel camera, it's nice to have. Everything else about this phone, you know, I keep saying it, you know, mid-range, low-end, but it's nice to have that 5-megapixel camera. Speaking of being a low-end phone, according to the spec sheet that I have, this phone has a 504 megahertz Freescale Zeus processor. So 500 megahertz, don't expect a lot of power, although so far things seem to be pretty smooth. But this definitely not going to be one of those high-end devices that's going to be a powerhouse. But, you know, so far it seems to be all right. I do want to try out the keyboard just once to see what it's like. Type to compose. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. So it's not bad. It's smaller, you know, it's shorter, so the keys are much smaller than what I'm used to on most portrait-style keyboards. Smaller than a BlackBerry, it seems like. So that might be problems for people with larger thumbs or larger hands. Even me with my small hands, it did feel a bit cramped. So I'm going to test it out more and see exactly how this keyboard performs just in everyday use. Now this phone is slightly rugged, dirt resistant, shock resistant, and I believe slightly waterproof. It's not a rugged phone by any means, but it does meet certain military specifications for being shock resistant to a certain extent. So if you are a business person, or I noticed on the cover of the box, you can see a businessman with a hard hat on. So maybe for that kind of person that's not quite, you know, outside a lot or needs a heavy-duty rugged phone. But if you are outside, or maybe you just drop your phone a lot, then it'll probably be able to stand up to that. But other than that, the phone feels pretty good in the hand. It is kind of heavy. It does have some heft to it, and the back has a soft touch coating. Says Nextel. It's kind of thick, but not too bad. It doesn't feel like a thick brick in my hand, but it is kind of hefty and slightly thick. So that's just a quick first look at the Motorola Titanium. See, we have two buttons on the top. That's a screen lock button, and then this is probably a function button or a shortcut button, convenience key type thing. Oh, that's a speaker button. Okay, and 3.5mm headphone jack, dedicated camera key. That's nice to have, and the micro USB charging port. So, and then that's the direct connect key, I'm guessing. Yeah. So we'll have to set up some contacts. But anyway, there it is, a Motorola Titanium. I will be testing it out, and then I'll come back. I'll have my first impressions article up on the site within a day, and then I'll test it out and come back with a full review and a written review. So check it out if you're interested at your Sprint store, or wait for the review. Thanks, guys, for watching. If you have any questions about this phone or any other phone, you can follow me on Twitter. My screen name is It's My Job to Know. Ask me a question, and I'll try to answer it if I can. But keep it on PhoneDog.com for more news, updates, and reviews. I'm Sydney from PhoneDog, and thanks, guys, for watching. I'll see you guys later.